So hello and welcome to Wonder WhyZ everyone. I hope the audio, the sound and everything is fine. Just hold on, let me just quickly do some of the checks. Yeah, I think everything is fine. So guys, just let me know if everything is fine or not, and then we shall begin with our video on Boruto manga chapter 58. This is gonna be a good one, and we're going to have a total live stream discussion. Things are going to get pretty good. And I'm sorry, I just have to inform you that unfortunately enough, for some reason, Streamlabs OBS just didn't want to comply with me, and I tried to put up the display capture for Google Chrome for for such a long time, but it was just not working. So in this video, in this live stream, I will not be able to show the manga panels here. I usually use these filters to avoid the copyright strike, so it's not a matter of copyright strike, it's just a problem in relation to Streamlabs OBS. I was trying for the last 10 to 15 minutes to bring Chrome back. I restarted my laptop, but it just isn't working. I don't know what's going on there. So I just wanted to let you all know about that. And in the meantime, this is a pretty short chapter. It's not a very big chapter or anything like that. So I don't think you will be having a lot of problem with my overall read through of it. I'll just tell you all in which page I am. So I guess that would be a good way in which you will be able to understand the things which are going on. And also just let me know if the audio and video and everything is fine, then we shall properly begin the video. So welcome to the stream, Quirks to Quasar, Annie Taku Edits, Shobhik, Tony, Anshu, Not Mr. Bleetu, God of Death, Tony. Welcome everyone, thank you so much for joining in. Sada was not fighting a real. Yeah, Saud, welcome to the stream. Welcome everyone to the stream. Just let me know if everything is fine, then we shall begin with the review. Yeah, okay. So let's jump into it. So first of all, the most important point here. Also, welcome Srinath. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for each and every one of you to join in. Anyway, let's proceed with Boruto manga chapter 58. Now, the first things first is the cover. Let me tell you all very frankly, the overall art for Boruto has definitely improved. It's pretty evident. The art of Ikemoto has improved hell and heaven, but in spite of all of that, since I am following the anime once again weekly, like every week properly, I'm obviously noticing a stark difference, especially involving the faces of characters like Boruto. In the anime, Boruto is much more mature. You have seen my thumbnails. If you have seen the anime as well, you know what I'm talking about. But here, he just looks this chubby boy. He just looks like a chubby boy. He doesn't look like the teen he is actually in the anime. So yeah, that's something which I just don't like about the manga. And on the contrary side, on the opposite side, I actually enjoy manga Naruto's face much more than its anime counterpart. The manga Naruto is much better. His overall clothes, I really like that black color, whatever that thing is called, jumpsuit kind of a thing. But on the other hand, there is Sada, whose outfit in the manga is absolutely ridiculous with those heels and whatnot. But overall, the coloring and everything is very fine. And as we can see in this cover page, Naruto is standing behind Kawaki and Sasuke is standing behind Boruto. So yeah, that is pretty evident about the way things are happening. And of course, shippers will say that Sada is standing before or in front of Sumire, and Sumire is staring from the back. I mean, it's fine. It's not a huge deal or anything like that. If only Boruto was weekly, yeah. But I guess we can't really talk about it much. But anyway. Either people used to say there is no room in manga, everything is rushed. Now they're complaining, slowing down. I agree with that, and I think chapters like these are necessary. But the problem is that since Boruto is a monthly manga, these chapters kind of feel inconsequential. But in the long run, these kind of chapters are necessary because they are the prelude or the building blocks. They are literally the amino acids for the eventual time skip, which is about to come very soon, in my opinion. How Kawaki got his hand back. It's not technically that hand, it's of course the hand which Naruto gave him, if I'm not wrong. I have not read the full chapter by now, so let's just go one by one with it. So yeah, I might be not remembering something. I'm getting Sasuke vibes from Kaoki. Of course, it has always been the case. It has always been the case. Now, anyway, let's proceed with the first chapter. Now, like I said, for the cover, the same thing is evident here. Boruto's face, you look at the first page, or rather the second page, Boruto's face here, he's just looking this kind of a chubby mess, which is not that appealing in my opinion. But on the other hand, there is Naruto just beside him. His father is there, and he's looking much better than his anime counterpart. Bizzle says, well, chapter is fine, but I feel disappointed after Kurama's death and even one panel of Naruto remembering. Yeah, I know. Like, these emotional aspects are not something that the manga does handle, even for that matter. I don't even remember how long has it been since Hinata was even shown, let alone being a part of it. So yeah, these emotional sides are generally not conveyed well by the manga. The manga just goes straight into the point. Sometimes it misses it, but it generally goes directly to the point, and it's the job of the anime, for that matter, to just rectify or fleshen the things out in a way. Shobik says Amado fixed his arm. I think that was actually the case. Let me just go to that part, then we'll see to it. Amado's arms were fixed, actually. True. Anyway, we are currently at the Uzumaki household, and Boruto is staring at the pills which are in front of him, and he says that meds that suppress Otsutsufication. That's a huge thing. But yeah, you might say that since I'm reading this from the WhyZ translations, I don't know. I have not checked out Manga Plus. I don't know if they are still calling this meds or not. But I'm kind of, you could say, not accustomed with the word drug here, because in the leaks and all the other stuffs which we have seen so far, everywhere this thing was called the drug, the Otsutsukification suppression drug. What am I even saying, lol? So here it's not being called as drugs, it's rather being called as meds. It's fine, it's not a huge deal. The translations are not always very accurate or anything like that. And on the topic, the chapter is actually called The Right Job for Idiots and Bastards. Organic Dinosaur did a really good job with the translation for the title, in my opinion. For those of you who don't know, this is a reference to a Japanese idiom where basically it says that no matter how useless you might feel, everything in this world actually has a reason, everything in this world actually has a purpose. So that is kind of the inclination in this chapter. Anshul says, why can't we see the page? I just said in the beginning of this video, Anshul, I'm really sorry. Streamlabs OBS was just not able to display Chrome for some reason. I was trying for the last 10 to 15 minutes, but since time was just running out, I said I'm gonna do it later on. I'm just going one by one. Currently I'm at page number 2, so just keep a separate phone or anything open, or a second tab open, and just go over the chapter while I go through it and do a read over and read through of the entire thing. But anyway, here Naruto says that they are supposedly developed for another purpose originally, but if all goes well, we might be able to expect such an effect, which is a huge thing. Of course, it's a huge thing because the Otsutsukification, I'm just fumbling at this word, I'm sorry guys. Otsutsukification is a huge deal for Boruto, because it's literally going to take over his body. Already 80% of it is done, it's just a huge deal. So Boruto at this moment, it just shows his resolve that he's going to do whatever he can to stop this entire shenanigans. And for that, he says that he picks up the bottle and he says that, for real, I won't become Momoshiki if I take these. And to this, Naruto says that they'll only suppress its advance. They won't get rid of the they won't get rid of the karma, nor will they reverse what Otsutsukification has already taken place. To this, Boruto is of course curious. I don't even think he's listening to his father for that matter at this moment. He's just takes out the pills on a plate, and he's observing them. He's just observing them. He's holding them. He's looking to them and whatnot. And he says that after that, Naruto says that plus there's this. The most problematic part about them is that we have no idea what kind of side effects they may cause. Worst case scenario, there's a chance you could even die. Now, because of these foreshadows about the side effects, I feel like this would be the eventual, introduction point for Jogan in the manga. In the manga, so far, we have not actually seen the official introduction of Jogan, so I think this would be that particular place. Anyway, now I am at currently page number 4, and Naruto is of course being hesitant, and he says that we're not gonna force it upon you. This is your decision. You have to carefully think upon it. He's just trying to warn his son, but this is after all Naruto's own son. Boruto is after all Naruto's son. So he just takes the pill, pops it in. Without any problem, he just pops it in. He says it's not really having a bad taste, or it doesn't really have a real taste or anything like that. It's kind of dry, and how many do I have to take them? And on the other hand, now guys, currently I'm at page number 5. I wish I was able to display the pages, dude. I wish I was able to display the pages. This is top tier. Page number 5, Naruto's reaction, it says it all. Also guys, I'm missing the chats, I know. I'm going to come back to them just in a bit. Hold on for a while. Naruto is like, he stands up, he just raises up from the table, and he's like, hey, were you not listening at all? And Naruto is just, he's taken aback, he's surprised, he's scared as well. And this is it's obviously not as exaggerated as One Piece, but it is definitely along the lines of One Piece, the gag manga reactions of One Piece, and I love this. It's certainly not along the lines of One Piece. It's not as exaggerated as them, but this was pretty good. And Boruto is of course taken aback by that as well, and he's like, yeah, I did. Didn't you just say that it's my decision? I mean, don't suddenly yell at me like that, Dad. And Naruto goes on and says that I also said to think over it carefully. What's with that flash decision? And Boruto says that it just happened to be quick. I mean, we won't know their effects, or if they even have any use to them, unless I try them out, isn't it? So basically the rash decisioning, which even young Naruto is famous for. So yeah, this was a good one. Sheesh. Alright. Let's see how many chat have I missed. Himawari have to have that too. Yeah, Himawari is also missing. We want to see the pages. Pratyush, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining in. Avik, welcome to the stream. Mrityunjay, welcome to the stream. Mrityunjay says, I can't remember what was the name of Boruto's eye. Oh, it was Shogun, Pure Eye. I don't know why do Naruto and Konohamaru say sheesh so many times. Okay, that's the joke about sheesh, dude. I mean, yeah, that's kind of funny. Also, I'm glad that they are showing a different training ground for that matter, and not just the one with Kakashi and those tree logs. So yeah, I feel like Naruto is kind of useless without Kurama. What do you think? He's weaker. Yeah, I agree, Srinath. He's definitely weaker than without Kurama, but he's not useless. Konohamaru is just a joke at this point, sorry to say. God the Usopp versus Naruto coming up with Boruto manga chapter. It should be 69, but yeah, I guess it's fine. Sheesh. I don't see much difference between them. Kawaki is such a sussy. Yeah, finally Konohamaru is back, Bhargav. True. This chapter wasn't worth the wait. Gogo, I understand why you say that. I totally understand your point. Even I am kind of sometimes agitated by the fact that this is a monthly manga, but it's just the scheduling of this whole thing, and we do need chapters like this. Unfortunately, we do need chapters like this from time to time, but it's just a thing about Japanese what should I say, conglomerate in a way, and how the manga industry works. So yeah, want to see my man Kakashi in the manga, but Kishimoto has other plans. Yeah, true about that. I just hope that the anime adds him in the eventual panels and in the eventual scenes. What would happen if Jigen had known about Jokan before fight with Sasuke and Naruto? Would he have gone for Boruto? Unlikely, because in the manga, technically Jokan has not been introduced or officially introduced so far. And again, she's in page number 7 as well. But before that, currently I'm at page number 6, and here Naruto says that never mind, well, you don't feel sick or weird at anything at all, right? Boruto says that no, so far nothing like that. Besides that, I realize it might take someone time to find their resolve, but in my case, I've been preparing for this. I've been preparing for the worst case for a while now. In terms of karma, so I am ready. I'm already there. I'm ready. I'm 100% ready. This just goes on to show the resolve of Boruto Uzumaki, and this is also the growth of him as a character. Go back to the first or the initial parts of Boruto, both manga as well as anime, and the growth of this character has been substantial, absolutely substantial. The boy who was once a brat, an absolute brat who was just trying to mess around and whatnot, he has now had the resolve to do whatever things which is necessary, basically. Mitsuki should be trained by Orochimaru and should become like Shippuden Snake. I mean, yeah, that's basically the point. Mitsuki has been totally a missed opportunity, a huge missed opportunity for that matter. I think it's a blessing for Kishimoto that Boruto is monthly. He has time to rest now. I mean, Kishimoto is just writing. Yeah, and yeah, I do understand. With the current, today's scenario, everyone in the manga industry is totally shaken up. And it's just such a sad thing. I mean, I started reading Berserk a couple of days back. I'm not totally caught up on it. But it's just such a sad news. Mitsuki Sasi, yeah, true. Team 7 is breaking slowly. I won't say Team 7 is breaking apart, but yeah, I do understand what you're trying to say. But I don't think that the Team 7 is going to be broken up so soon. I feel like Boruto's development is much better than Asta's. It's believable. Asta's development has been too over the top. I like Black Clover, but Asta's development has been too over the top. And for that matter, I feel like Boruto's development as a character has been much more substantial and grounded in our opinion. But then again, it came basically as a push because of the shenanigans that are involved here. There's a huge difference nowadays in Uzumaki. Yeah, true. Why everyone is shaken up? It's because Berserk's creator, mangaka, died today. The official announcement came, so that's the reason. Hello sir, I want to ask which chapter timeskip is going to come for sure. Chapter 6. I feel like chapter 63. I don't think that it's going to come in around chapter 60. There's still a couple of things which need to be handled before the eventual timeskip actually comes. Now, in the meantime, let's proceed to page number 7, and here it's just basically the conclusion of the conversation that takes place between Naruto and Boruto. Overall, I'm a really huge fan of this conversation. It's really, really good in my opinion, and let's see how this eventually develops overall. Yeah, indeed. And in the end, Boruto says that, thanks dad, I'm grateful for this. And towards the end, Naruto once again says that, sheesh, you little. Now finally we proceed to the training grounds, battlegrounds, training grounds, whatever you want to call it. And to this we see that the Team 7 plus Kawaki is sitting on the ground doing intricate chakra control. And I'm using the word intricate here in quotes, like Sada says, intricate or chakra control, which is apparently the most necessary step whatsoever. Anyway, Kawaki says here that, meds? You're taking meds now? And he's just like those school counselors who are just agitated at everyone. Will there be a new Otsutsuki member? I do believe, yes. I do believe that there will be more Otsutsuki members who are going to come up soon. I don't think Code is the eventual final boss. I don't even think Kawaki is the eventual final boss for that matter. But let's see what happens. There's a risk for sure. Boruto says that, yep, there's a risk for sure. I weighed it and decided for myself. We see Mitsuki finally back in the chapter after a long time. And Kawaki says that, you've got to be kidding me. What about the plan to implant your karma in Code's body? If you end up dying before we get to that fight, cause of him, then who knows what's it's basically a wash. It's basically a redundant point. There won't be any meaning behind that if Boruto actually dies before he's able to, implant the karma inside of Code's body. Which is a very good point, brought up by Kawaki here. But of course, Boruto says that wasn't that a hypothetical thesis of yours? There's no guarantee if that even is going to work or not. And even if that is actually the case, we have to find a normal way out, don't we? So since Code is a very strong guy, he's just not going to normally allow them to go and implant the karma on his body. Do this, Sada finally shows up her bratty mode in a way. This part is not bratty. Well, let me just be honest, this is not a bratty part. This is a pretty common one where Sada says that both of you quit yapping already, we're here to train, so shut up and focus. And in the distance we can see Naruto and Konohamaru, and once again the sheesh finally starts. Sheesh Kawaki pretty much has no team spirit, because of course, how will he have Konohamaru, my dear? How is he going to have team spirit when he, for his entire life, has been subjected to such a terrible condition? The fact that he has started to respect everyone, or is at least respecting Naruto and somewhat going by their you could say culture in a way, is a huge thing in itself. And you are expecting him to develop just team spirit over time when you guys as kids are not even doing something like that. So yeah, that's a huge thing. Whose karma is implanted on Kawaki in episode 1? I feel like it is, in a way, I know that sounds really weird, but I think it is indeed Momoshiki's for that matter. But I'm going to talk about that in a separate video. I have some theories. Some theories obviously were proven wrong of mine, but yeah, I have some other theories as well. Konohamaru is dumb. He's absolutely coming out as a dumb person here. I mean, how is even realistically Kawaki going to know about team spirit and whatnot? That's just lame dialogues. Anyway, Kawaki says here, I thought I was clear. We're no match for Code. Boruto says, and that's why we are training, so that we can even get a little better. And to this, Sada says that, alright you two, that's enough. You both are disrupting the training. And to this, Kawaki finally kind of snaps and he says that, why don't you shut it, Sada? What is the point of sitting in this place quietly anyway? And Sada says, it's an important chakra control drill, a real basic one. Yeesh, acting all bossy despite being a newbie. Now, I do agree with the criticisms at this point, or where people say that Sada is being harshly judged here because she's just saying this for the betterment of everyone. Because yes, chakra control technically is a good thing. It's going to improve you as a shinobi, but had this been just the Naruto era, chakra control would have been fine, everyone would have done it. But we literally saw this in the Jigen fight, that full KCM cloak Naruto and Susanoo cloaked Sasuke was not able to take down Jigen, not even Ishige Otsutsuki, but rather Jigen. Then we saw in the Boro fight how Boroshiki, a totally different form, a totally different Otsutsukification form, was just able to obliterate Boro out of existence. And after seeing all of this, Sarada is still like, you need intricate chakra control. What is even going to happen after that? Yeah, I feel like fine, your taijutsu is going to improve because of basic chakra control. But other than that, what? When these demigod figures are not able to take down the opponents using ninjutsu, so what is normal chakra control going to do for that matter? That is the point of Kawaki here, and he's absolutely correct here, saying that look, basics are good and everything, but how many years are you going to planning to do this drill to take down Code? Because Code is an immensely strong member. He's possibly the strongest member of the Kara organization as a whole. So that's why he's saying that this is a joke. This is absolutely a joke, because and I agree with Kawaki on this point that they need a hybrid method at this point. The Boruto series has shown us that you need to grow with time. Just chakra control, just ninjutsu is not going to cut the surface now. Which is another reason why I feel like even Sada is somehow going to get the karma mark. Not the direct karma mark as in the form of an Otsutsuki clan member, but rather the plot point which was raised a couple of chapters back in relation to the Byakugo seal. That plot point is still hanging in the middle. There was no resolution to that, but eventually I think that is going to come up very soon. But yeah, Boruto is also agitated at this because this is after all the training of a shinobi. He's saying that, hey, are you putting down training of a shinobi training? Let me remind you that you're the one who asked to learn ninjutsu in the very first place. It's true, once again, it's true. What Sada or where Sada is coming from is fine in my opinion, but the way in which she's acting here as if ninjutsu is the only thing which matters, chakra control is the only thing which matters, that is not the truth. In a way, that is not the truth at all. And Kawaki says to this that I'm just saying that it's inefficient. It might be tradition or something, but you'd need all the time in the world. So to this, Mitsuki, who has been shut up all this time or who has been keeping quiet all this time, he says that, so Kawaki, what do you suggest? And Kawaki, being the obvious hothead, he's obviously saying that a much simpler tactic, and that is to fight. In page 12, since he has his arm back once again, he uses his arm to attack Mitsuki. And Mitsuki uses his snake arms once again to block the entire attack. And for that matter, Okay, before that, let me just read the chat. For me, this was a 7 out of 10 chapter because it set up further training. Yeah, true. I'd say it's about 7. Yeah, my rating would also be around 7 or 8. 7.5, not 8. Sakura be like first. I think as when Naruto was forcefully... I think as when Naruto declared as a hero after defeating Pain, there is orange clothes man with yellow hair. Maybe Kawaki sent Naruto in previous time with the help of karma. No. I don't really get these points. When will Himawari start training? Unlikely. It's totally unlikely. What's the point of forcefully planting karma on Code? If he wants to, he could kill himself. I mean, yeah, that's a plan of Kawaki. I mean, Kawaki is also not the most brilliant-minded person. I'm not saying that just because I'm hating on Sada or something like that. It's just not a very efficient solution for that matter. I already read the chapter. Good for you, man. Good for you. I miss Mitsuki. Yes, for sure. My name is Yanshul Patel. Alright. He's cool as ever. Sandeep says hi. Welcome to the stream, Sandeep. Brother, I want to ask you something. When will opening scene of Boruto catch up in manga? Opening scene of Boruto catch up in manga? Oh, you mean the time skip? See, the time skip, just because the time skip is going to happen doesn't mean we are going to directly start off from the standoff point between Kawaki and Boruto. That's going to take a long time for sure. But anyway, Mitsuki, once again, even though I am happy to see Mitsuki back, I'm disappointed at the very same time because he's literally not using anything for that matter. I feel like the anime is doing a much better job dealing with Mitsuki because here his only single attack for that matter is just snaky arms go brrrr. He's just using these snaky arms, just that's it, nothing more. And that's a sad thing. That's an absolutely sad thing. Jigen fight confirmed on 204. Yeah, around that time I feel like. Anime recommend karo na please. Alright, just wait for this stream to get over. By then I'll definitely recommend something else. Mitsuki's role in future series. I honestly don't know at this point. He was supposed to be the sun to Boruto's moon. The moon to Boruto's sun. But I don't even know what's going to happen anymore. And to this, Boruto is like, what the heck are you doing here? And Kawaki says that, hey, nice block, Mitsuki. You've got some promise, just as I thought. And Mitsuki says that, I see, trained through actual combat. Personally, I could go either way. And of course, training through combat is one of the most efficient techniques that we have seen throughout the entirety of the Naruto series. So it's not a new thing. And I don't know why Konohamaru is acting so much up. Like, why is he trying to jump into the field? This is not the Naruto vs Sasuke moment where Kakashi intervenes the fight. Hey, this is just a normal combat, and Naruto is obviously going to stop him for that matter. And currently we are at page number 14, and Sada gets up and says that stop making decisions on your own. Have you forgotten that I am the captain of this team? Now here lies my problem. Here is my starting problem. My problem starts for the character of Sada. I already made a video discussing the entirety of this thing as to why I feel like Sada is quite problematic in this particular chapter. She is the captain of this team. Fair enough. That's awesome. Absolutely awesome. She has the capability to lead this team and go to a very big distance, to a long distance for that matter. But she's just acting like I was honed by Jigen. And basically, Kawaki says that I was honed by Jigen. Ever since I was a little brat, most of his lessons were grueling combat drills. Every walking hour was hell. Each and every walking hour was hell for me. I wished I were dead, but even that was not possible, and I eventually started thinking that I really wanted the strength. I wanted the strength to kill those bastards whom I couldn't stand. And that's when it started rapidly improving. So even though Jigen was a total bastard, it turns out that his methods are actually rational and made sense. And that is absolutely correct. Sada is acting like all high and mighty that, oh, chakra control is the everything. Chakra control is going to make you win against Otsutsuki clan members, even though that is actually not the case. And she's not even ready to listen to the point of view of someone else. I mean, sure, I'm fine. You can say that Sada didn't actually see or didn't actually witness the fight that happened between Ishiki Otsutsuki and Naruto and Sasuke for that matter. If she would have seen that fight, she knew that they'd need something more than basic ninjutsu to go against someone like another Otsutsuki clan member. And even we know that Code is much stronger than Ishiki Otsutsuki himself. I'm sorry guys, just hold on, I need some water. Yeah, I don't think Konohamaru could do anything if Team 7 and Kawaki started fighting. Mr. Prabhu, you are right. You are right. I don't think Sada ever said that chakra control is everything. I mean, yeah, she does not explicitly say that, but her motive here is that you have to follow her. Her basic ideology is that she's the captain. Everyone has to follow her, even though as a captain she's not ready to listen to the point of view of someone else. That is a very essential skill of a leader. A leader is not a dictator. A leader has to listen to the point of view of someone else for that matter. And Kawaki is not just someone else. Kawaki is not even an official member of Team 7. He's kind of an advisor at this moment, and he's the person who was closely related to the Kara organization. He's the one who knows most about them. He's the person who knows them from the inside. So for Sada to ignore his point of views, for Sada to ignore his interjections or his ideas, that's a very lame or that's a very lazy concept for her. And I just feel like that's a mark of bad writing overall. When Kishimoto eventually or originally came back to Boruto series, everyone was kind of iffy about the matter, especially because of his track record of dealing with female characters. And unfortunately, it seems like that is actually the result of that entire thing, because here Sada just lunges in and she says that that's a pretty extreme logic. Are you really that dumb? I mean, Sada, you are acting dumb. I'm sorry, I really enjoy Sada, but I mean, I really like the character of Sada, and I really want to see what power-ups she's going to unlock in the future of the series. What is going to be her Mangekyo Sharingan? What is going to be her speciality of the Mangekyo Sharingan? What kind of a Susanoo she's going to have? Is she going to inherit some of the techniques of her uncle Itachi Uchiha for that matter? I have so many things or expectations from her, but here it's just like a child who just got denied of something, and she's just acting in that particular matter. Here in page number 16 we see that Kawaki says, stop whining and come at me. Enemies don't just wait around for you. And that is again a very correct point. Kawaki tries to lunge it at Sada, but Sada pops off from there and she uses a huge Katon fireball jutsu. The name is not shown here, and Boruto is also taken aback by that, for that matter, and he's like, "Hey Sada, what are you doing?" But Kawaki is unscathed by all of these things. He uses his arms for protection, and from there, Sada just jumps off, pops down, and she's using or throwing these kunais, which directly hit Kawaki, by the way, and everyone is kind of taken aback by that. Hey, that was easily blockable. How did Kawaki got hurt by that? And turns out that it was nothing but a shadow clone. That was a shadow doppelganger, and he appears from behind Asada, and he tries to attack her, but Boruto stops. Boruto stops them. And these couple of pages, art-wise, action-wise, these were really great, but logic-wise, they were really bad, because what is even the logic of Sada in these panels? She's like, everyone has to follow her lead because she's the captain, but she's at the very same time not listening to the point of view of Kawaki, for that matter. I mean, I'm not saying that Kawaki is the most brilliant or bright-minded person for ever, who has ever existed or anything like that, but he does have a point. Actual battle combat also helps, and chakra control is definitely not going to be everything, because ninjutsu, for that matter, is not even directly going to help them. In the future, whoever is going to face these Otsutsuki clan members, they are going to have some sort of a hack, either karma or Jogan, or any of these hacks are necessary. So yeah, I think Kawaki is Sasuke 2.0. yeah, that's a pretty common consensus. Konohamaru seriously needs his own training arc, which he's never gonna get. Or maybe just someday he's randomly going to pop up with a new power-up and he's like, hey, I did training at Mount Myoboku. Hey, I did training at whatever place, XYZ place. And we'll probably get a 2-panel flashback to it, or maybe the anime will expand upon it, but just that's it. I don't think the manga is going to dedicate any time whatsoever towards Konohamaru, for that matter. Kishimoto, please don't destroy Sada. She's an Uchiha first. Yeah, true. Did you think any other Uchiha survived? Sasuke did. Lol. Yeah. And okay, so these panels once again are pretty good, and the emphasis has been, from time to time, the emphasis has always been on Boruto's headband as well. For that matter, I did not mention that in the starting of this video. Boruto is still wearing Sasuke's headband, the scratched headband. And Eren Yeager says that, hey, Eren Yeager, welcome to the stream. Eren Yeager says that Kawaki is power hungry. I mean, is it his fault at this moment to be power hungry, for that matter? Everyone has to get power hungry by this moment, because Code is a very huge threat lurking behind the scenes. Ada is also there, and they need to power up. They need to get powered up as soon as possible. So that is the entire point here. Now in page 22, we see that Boruto says, that's enough, what are you thinking to do out? Kawaki says that, chill out, this is just a sparring session, no one is going to die with this. And Boruto says that, you're the one who is too serious for this, why are you so flustered? And Kawaki says that, me who is flustered? No, it's not. And Sada says that, it's no use talking to him, Boruto, you need to show him by force. And I guess that's fine. That is the point of view which Kawaki was trying to say here, that you can apply both of these things. You can use actual combat, you can use chakra control, you can use all these things. A combination of all of these things are necessary. Only chakra control is not going to be able to help you, for that matter. Boruto says that, okay, it's alright, but don't butt in, because he is mine. Basically, a one-on-one versus of Boruto versus Kawaki is about to start very soon. And Sada is like, hey, what's going on here? So to this, Mitsuki being the cool-headed guy that he's ever, he says that, in short, whoever loses has to stick to the winner's way. Isn't that correct, Boruto? And to this, Boruto says that, yeah, if I lose, we'll keep training through actual combat. And is that cool with you, Kawaki? And Kawaki is like, yeah, alright, I'm fine with it, because why not? And once again, we get these side shots of Konohamaru and Naruto. Konohamaru is just so flustered. He's like, what the heck do they think they're doing? And Naruto is like, chill. He's like, yeah, let them have whatever they're doing. He's not really bothered with that. And that is actually correct. Actual training combat is one of the best ways to gain experience. It's a real world thing. And Konohamaru is just getting worse day by day. Dude, he's getting worse day by day. and that's so sad. This is the same Konohamaru who once took down a pain as a child. That's just insanely sad. That's just insanely sad. Anyway, the face off between both these characters are about to start. On one hand, we see Boruto, and on the other side, we see Kawaki. Kawaki's like walking in front of it, and his coat is just waving back. This reminds me of the volume cover which was released last month, which was really an awesome volume cover, by the way. And Sada is like, yeesh, I'm surrounded by idiots. That's correct. That includes you as well, unfortunately, Sada. That's unfortunately you as well. But anyway, chapter 26. Or, I'm sorry, page 26, yeah. We used to fight like these every time we saw each other back when we first met, remember? And Kawaki's like, yeah, I recall. That you generally were the cause. They are up to each other's face, and you're like, Koi, bring it on. And then the classic punch to the face. This is such a classic face. The two opponents punching each other's faces. This has been used in Dragon Ball. This has been used in Hajime no Ippo. This has been used in almost every single shonen, for that matter. Naruto has also used this. Black Clover has used this. Now, once again, we are seeing it in Boruto. Pretty common one. But unfortunately, I do not like the overuse of speed lines in these chapters. Save for this particular panel of Boruto and Kawaki punching each other, it didn't really require this amount of a dense speed line. I understand that it was about showing that they are currently in speed and they are fast, but it just kind of cheapens the entire narrative, in my opinion. And once again, Kawaki is using his new modified arm and using all those spikes and whatnot. I don't even know what these things are called. And to this, Boruto counters it by using his Shadow Clone Jutsus. He's using his Rasengan. These overall fight panels are pretty great. I'm currently at page number 30. And to this, Kawaki fires off some of those spikes from his arms. The one which we have seen him using for a really long time, but it apparently was not the real one. It was a shadow clone of Boruto. And finally, he fires off, I don't know what this thing is called. Kawaki fires it off from his arm. I guess this is a normal ninjutsu attack. It's a fire based or maybe thunder based attack, I guess. And to this, Boruto finally activates his karma and he absorbs the entirety of it. I feel like it's some fireball jutsu or maybe a electric jutsu or thunder jutsu, because there's sparks all over it. How Boruto learned to use karma on his own. I mean, the resonance and everything, it has been going on for a while now. Being power hungry is no wrong, but wanting to get power no matter what is wrong. That's true. Delta and Naruto also punched each other like that, I mean, at the same time. Yeah, that's true. Again, that is true. But now, Boruto is using a different move, and this is something which I really enjoy, that he just doesn't, or at least for now, he's just not spamming Rasengan each and every single time. He's using lightning style thunderclap arrow, which is a very good move, by the way. And finally, Kawaki is raising his left arm where the karma used to be initially, and at the very last moment he realizes that, oh shit, I don't have the karma anymore, and he's head-on struck by the lightning. This was hilarious, but this was also very good because he's defeated, of course, and we see the reaction panels of everyone. He tumbles down towards the bag and he's like, dude, I unconsciously tried to absorb it. Does that mean I'm much more dependent on karma than I initially thought? And that is definitely a foreshadow. If we have learned anything about anime for all these while, it's that this is a foreshadow. This is a huge foreshadow about the things which are about to come, about the events that are about to take place, for that matter. And this is a huge one, in my opinion. I hope Boruto manga gets dark before time skip. Not before. I don't think it's gonna happen before the manga, but it's definitely before the time skip. But I think that this is definitely going to happen after the time skip. But anyway, as I was saying, this is definitely a prelude of the things which are about to come and how Kawaki is eventually going to regain the karma in the future. All these panels of focusing upon his palm, where the karma usually or initially was, this is a literal foreshadow of things which are about to come as to how he's going to eventually regain the karma mark. And Boruto is like, I win, this time at least I win, and no complaints, right? And Sada is like, game over, I hope you'll stop being so rash now. I mean, Sada, please, he's rash for sure, but he is someone who is not trained in all of these things. You are a trained shinobi, and you should have shown some more restraint for that matter. But anyway, I've talked a lot about Sada in this chapter, so let's just talk about something else in relation to Kawaki himself. He's like, damn it, I can't let myself eat dirt here. And he's like, but at the same time, he looks up to Naruto and Konohamaru, and he's like, totally pathetic. How am I supposed to protect Lord 7th if I'm in such a terrible, if I'm in such a terrible and sorry, if I am in such a terrible and sorry state? Damn, why am I fumbling so much? I don't know. And anyway, after all of this, Boruto comes up to him, and there are some good panels overall here. Boruto's angle or perspective here is pretty nice. He's like, there's one thing that has definitely changed since the time we first met. I can tell what you're thinking now, more or less. And he says like, don't worry, or don't carry it on, don't carry it all on yourself alone. Lean on us more. We are your friends. And we see the panels of Mitsuki, Sada as well as Kawaki, who is looking down currently, and that's a very, very good one. Page 37. This is a really, really good one because this shows the overall growth of Boruto. That's a huge thing. People, whenever we talk about Boruto on Twitter or anything for that matter, everyone is just or remembering about the brat that Boruto was in the initial parts of Naruto Boruto series, how he used to hate his dad for quote-unquote apparent reasons, and since then that Boruto and this Boruto are hell and heaven. They are both different. They have grown so much. The growth of Boruto has been a huge thing in my opinion, and I'm just glad that we are witnessing it. What is foreshadowing, bro? Foreshadowing is you mean foreshadowing as an element or foreshadowing which is applied here? Let me know what you're talking about. Team 7 needs guy sensei training methods. My guy gets it. Bhargav gets it. That is the point. That is the freaking point. Boruto the GOAT. I won't say he's a GOAT yet, but he's on the way of becoming a GOAT, I guess. Metal Lee is underrated. I wish those characters got more shine. Yeah, I do wish characters like Lee got to shine more. Does Organic Dinosaur know what the time skip chapter number is? Will the show title change? I really didn't understand what you meant, Aditya. Bhavik says, now people still hate Sakura for making fun of Naruto in episode 5. I mean, yeah, lol. That's true. People will not stop hating for that matter. Initially I had heard so much hate for Black Clover, but then I started watching it myself. Initially it felt miserable, but eventually started liking the series, and this has been the notion for so many different series because people just have fixated upon their notions and they are not ready to change for that matter. But anyway, let's head on to the finale of this chapter. Page number 38. Boruto says that you might be feeling responsible for Kara targeting Konoha and Dad, but that isn't really your fault. Either way, we can't leave bad guys free to do whatever they want, right? That's what shinobis do. You're like that, aren't you? And this is a very self-retrospective moment for Kawaki as well. And all of these once again moments are a foreshadow for him eventually turning evil. That's a huge mystery till date as to how he's after all of these things, how he's going to turn evil. This is why I still have the prediction that he's going to be taken over by any Otsutsuki member, and he's not going to have his own mind in the time skip. After seeing all of these things, I still can't decide how is he actually going to become evil for his own record, by the way. For his own record, yeah. And Naruto is like, looks who's sounding all grown up. Naruto is so proud of his son. He's so proud of his son. He's sounding a lot like you used to, Lord Seventh. This panel from page 39 is good. This is a good one. This is a good one. Boruto Shippuden versus Boruto Raiden. Definitely Boruto Raiden. I hope it's not Shippuden. I mean, I'm almost 90% sure that it's not going to be called Shippuden, because Shippuden was in relation to wind, and Boruto's chakra nature is not directly wind, so I don't think Shippuden is going to be the name of the sequel series. But side characters don't have Jogan or Kama. How will they get powered up? I'm going to make a separate video about this particular thing as to how the side characters are going to fight in the future of the series. I have some speculations about it, but I'm not going to talk about it here. So just wait for a couple of days. I'm going to talk about it in a separate video. Just hold on for that. And just a second, guys. I got something. Just a second, guys. Alright, that's fine. Yeah. And finally, Shippuden means hurricane. Yeah, it's not technically hurricane, but it's a wind-related storm. It's not the direct translation for hurricane, if I'm remembering it correctly. While reading like this, which one part? I'm sorry. Leaf Hurricane goes per, in my opinion, it should be called just Boruto, not Boruto Naruto Next Generation, Boruto Raiden, but definitely not Shippuden. Yeah, that's true. I don't think Kawaki will turn evil. I guess he will become the anti-hero kind of thing. Yeah, that might be actually the case. But then again, he's quote-unquote sending the Lord 7 to some place. So yeah, that's also a point to contend with. And lastly, he's in the classic Titanic pose of draw me like one of your French girls. And he's like, whatever, big lines like that would better sound from someone coming like you, but a little more reliable for that matter. And that is yeah, that's a good one. And in the end, it's like Sada says, I can't believe he just said that after he lost. And Mitsuki's like, but what a bad attitude. And Kawaki's like, well, it can't be helped. I'll stick with you for a little longer, and with your doings and with your way of doing things. And Boruto's like, fool, we are the ones who are putting up with you. And Naruto is just looking from the sideways. He's admiring his quote-unquote kids, and he's like, go for it, all of you, and you may get a lot stronger. And he's like, Boruto is finally like, alright, let's resume training. And to this, once again, we get that foreshadow for the karma in Kawaki's arm. He's once again seeing to it. He's like, I swear I'll get a lot stronger no matter what it takes. That is the ending of Boruto manga chapter 58. Alright. So what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comment section below. Not comment section, but rather in the chat in itself. Boruto Raiden sounds good, yeah. I think Kawaki is not exactly evil like Code in the time skip. He's saying that he's protecting Naruto by sending him... Yeah. Like this means like the 5th grade kid. Oh, sorry. What is the meaning of Raiden? Raiden, if I'm not wrong, is in relation to thunder. Like Raiden is a thunder-related storm or something like that. I don't remember the literal translations for it. It were given a couple of weeks back. अब कावाकी के पास karma नहीं है इसलिए वो useless feel कर रहा है. Yeah, that's the kind of point here. I've heard some spoilers that in near chapters Code is going to release Boruto to chase Boruto to awaken Momoshiki for Rampage. I don't really think that is going to be a true matter for that thing, because that's not even spoiler. That's mostly what should I say, a speculation at this point or a prediction, but yeah. Is Hidan still alive? Is Hidan still alive? Hidan, okay, Hidan. Yeah, he's technically he should be alive. He technically should be alive because he was just buried under the ground, for that matter. Time waste of a month? I won't say it's a time waste. It's fine as a 7 out of 10 chapter. Not more than that for sure. Not more than that for sure. Is Hidan still alive? Yes, Hidan is still alive. Iwabe is my favorite from New Gen, excluding Team 7 and Tsubaki. Iwabe had the potential to be such a great character, but he was kind of wasted in my opinion, in my very honest opinion for that matter. This world needs Hidan. Not Hidan, but rather Jashin Sama. Yeah. So, do you guys have any questions for that matter? Just ask me whatever you want. How long have we been streaming? About 55 minutes. Alright, maybe 10-15 minutes more. This is definitely not going to be a longer stream than that, I guess. And ask me any questions if you want. Hidan probably died of starvation. No, he is immortal. He can't die out of starvation or any simple bodily function for that matter. He is... That is technically his reality. He cannot die. He is immortal. Tsubaki is awesome. Tsubaki is a really good addition, and I hope her character gets more time to shine in the future of the series as well. I wonder if sorry guys, I think you heard a very weird sound. My mic was just stuck with it. Kishimoto's favorite villain is Hidan. I don't know about that. I have actually not heard about that. Kawaki getting a bit colder than before. A little bit, for sure. How the hell Kawaki going to become evil? It's still a pretty big point of contention as to how he's technically going to get evil, or if he's even going to become evil for that matter. Or he's going to remain an anti-hero or anti-villain kind of a thing. But I am along the lines that his body is going to be completely taken over by some Otsutsuki clan member. I don't know if it's code, I don't know if it's some lingering Ishiki Otsutsuki's soul, or maybe even Momoshiki for that matter. But I think that his consciousness is going to be taken over by someone else, and he's just going to try to remain conscious within his body, and that's why he just has that conversation with Boruto where he says that he sent the 7th Hokage to XYZ place. That's my assumption. I can be 100% wrong here. I'm not saying, or I'm not trying to claim anything otherwise, because it's still a pretty big point of contention as to what is eventually going to happen for that matter. Which Boruto episode is best in your opinion? So far, 189, 65, easy. Those are easy ones. I mean, after time skip, yeah, okay. I think it would be a good distraction to have Borushiki rampaging in the village so that everyone focuses on Boruto. Meanwhile, Code. I don't really think Borushiki can be unveiled or unleashed for that matter, especially now that Boruto has started taking his meds, unless it was all a ruse by Amado, where he is going to or where these pills are going to improve the Otsutsukification for some reason. I don't think that is going to happen, but I'm just stating the obvious point here. Sarada is Sakura Queen, Sarada Goat Queen. Alright, Sarada is a good character, I'm not denying that. I really like the character. Sarada Sakura 2.0, not really, I guess. Aditya, what are you talking about? Kishimoto saying it in 2015. I did not really read the chat. I must have missed it. Bhavik says, in future, I think we are going to see a lot of older generations fight because Naruto and Sasuke are not as powerful as they were. Still, they are one of the most powerful ones currently in the village. And I hope that the older generation comes up sooner than later. I just hope that happens. But I think the anime is going to give more time upon them instead of the manga. Where is Orochimaru? That's a question that I also have. I hope he is introduced into the story once again, or reintroduced into the story before the eventual time skip. Um, to whom will Naruto take Boruto after watching his Shogun? Some Hyuga temple, or like I wonder for that matter if Toneri is going to be involved in the story soon or not. I think so. I will go crazy if an exiled Boruto returns to destroy Konoha to save it, just like Naruto came back in Sage mode. That would be too literal of a plot point to be borrowed from the ancestor or like the predecessor series, but it's a good concept, but I don't really think that's going to be the exact way in which things are going to unfold. To whom will Naruto take? Okay, I just said okay, fine. Aditya says, Shakti says, do you reanimation jutsu will take place in future, and whom all these came? I want, honestly, I want the reanimation once again, but I don't think it's going to come up anytime soon for that matter. Kawaki too dependent on karma, and how is he missing? So will he go to Amado for that? No, it's the entire thing is basically a setup or a foreshadow for the things that are about to happen in the future, and how he's going to regain the karma for XYZ reasons. How did Boruto got Jogan? It's not still clear, because in the manga it's not officially unveiled yet. It's a manga only addition at this anime only addition at this moment. Pradeep says, why not kill Boruto, all problems over? It's not that easy of a deal, dude. It's not that easy of a deal, and this is a different era. This is not an era of the second Great Ninja War where Shisui just gave up his own life. It's a different era, and he's of course the protagonist. Had he not been the protagonist, he would have probably died off screen. Who cares? Whom will Boruto end up with, Sumire or Sada? I don't care either of them. I'm generally not a part of the shipping wars. I just want to have a good I just want Boruto to have a good what should I say that what was that word? I'm forgetting. Hold on. 56. Yeah, I just want to have him a good platonic relationship with either of those characters, whoever is not romantically involved with him. I just hope that is actually the case. The Naruto series has not been able to develop good platonic relationships at all. So I hope that the Boruto series actually does that. But here's to hoping a lot of different things. Where is Kashin Koji? Same question, man. But I do believe that he's going to be showing up before the eventual time skip. He has to have a conversation with Naruto before the time skip actually happens. Sada cooler than Sakura, bro. Yep, agreed. Is Kawaki vs Sada fight a foreshadow of the fight that can happen? No, I don't think that is actually the case here. It's a fight of ideologies in a way, and yeah, that's the only thing that's happening here. Is there any chance that Sage mode will be reintroduced again in Boruto? Not reintroduced, but I do have a theory that maybe a stage 2 kind of a thing will be introduced. A more advanced version of Sage mode will be introduced probably. And let's see what happens. After that. Cox to Quasar, it's a gift from Toneri. Yeah, it's not technically established correctly as to what is the Jogan, but since we saw the Otsutsuki god in chapter 56, if I'm not wrong, chapter 56, I think the Jogan is going to come up pretty soon. In this chapter, Boruto was holding the Sage mode hand sign while sitting. Yep. It's not technically it's not the Sage mode hand sign. It's just a sign to acquire chakra, nature, energy, and all those things. Looking at episode 1 and the latest episode, Karma Pattern of Kawaki, it's Ishiki's karma. I do agree with that, which is why I had those wackiest of theories as to how Ishiki was able to implant the karma on one of Kawaki's shadow clones. If you remember that particular chapter, I talked about a theory. I made an in-depth theory video how maybe Kawaki's shadow clone somehow gets involved into the fray, It's kind of not going to be the case right now, but I'm here's to hoping that something like that is going to actually happen. Because even Ada is now involved into the mix, so things are going to get complicated. We still need to know how Boruto got the scar on his eye. It's pretty evident. It is like 95%. I'm 95% sure that it's code. It's code. It has to be code. Boruto is currently wearing the headband of Sasuke as well. So I believe that Boruto is going to get the scar before the eventual time skip wherein Code is going to attack Konoha, and that's how he's going to get the scar over his eye, and the scar which is part of the headband as well. Tsubaki versus now Boruto Kenjutsu fight. I want to see that after time skip. That is a really good one. That is a really good point, my dude. That's a really good one. I hope that someday it eventually happens. A reunion of these of the three Sanins would be legendary. Three Sanin? Like, how? Tsunade and Orochimaru, fine. I would really love to see them once again. But Shiraya? You mean Kashin Koji? Like, okay, that's cool. If Boruto dies, how will they find Ten Tails? Because he's the only one who can use a dimensional jutsu. I do have a theory in relation to Boruto's death. I think it might happen someday, but not currently. And yeah, on the topic of the Ten Tails, I made a video surrounding it as to why it's going to be Hokage Naruto's next big mission. I do believe that Boruto is not going to be involved into the Ten Tails scenario, because it would be a really huge danger to bring him closer to that thing which can literally eat him, and if he eats him, then everything is done finally. So I think it's going to be a mission of Naruto himself, and he's probably going to have a team with him involving a Hyuga clan member, and maybe, just maybe, some other members, some other stronger member as well. Did you see the leaks of MHA 3-on-3? Yes, I did see that, and some of the parts I really liked, some of the parts I'm still a little iffy about. Let's see, we'll have to wait. Okay, bro, I watched your whole video. Thank you so much, Anshul. Thank you so much for joining in. Pradeep says, which character going to die in future of any prediction? I feel like Mitsuki and Himawari. Himawari is a very easy prediction. I mean, literally everyone has had this prediction from the very start of the series. There is also a prediction about Sasuke, but currently I am not as sure as I was about 5 chapters prior to this in relation to Sasuke's death. I feel some of the other village characters also have to die. I'm not talking about Konoha, I'm talking about the other villages like Iwagakure or Sunagakure for that matter, in order to make the stakes of the series higher. That's just my only point. Jigen vs Naruto, yeah, it's coming soon in the anime. I'm really excited for that. Code can kind of use ninja. Yeah, true. Arjun says, is the clothes Kawaki wearing in episode 1 seem similar to the clothes his biological father wears? Will Kawaki ever meet his biological father again? I don't think. That's a good point you brought up, Arjun, but I don't really think he is going to be brought up again. Ida can't beat Otsutsuki one-on-one, so Boruto and Kawaki should be fine, I guess. We don't know yet. We can't be so sure as of yet. On what chapter do you think time skip will occur? Yeah, my guess is around chapter 63 or 64. 63 is a safe bet. Is there any more cyborgs? Yes, I do believe that there are more cyborgs. I have a feeling that Code will kill Sasuke. That has been a very common theory for a really long time, that Sasuke is going to die at the hands of first Jigen, then Ishii Otsutsuki, now Code. So yeah, that's a pretty common one. We'll see how that plays out eventually. Code will kill Sasuke and Sakura will marry Rock. Old school Naruto. Dude, I think Sakura will die. I don't think. Honestly, I don't know why you guys are saying this, but I don't think Sakura is actually going to die for that matter. If anything, if at all, if you're talking about death predictions, then I feel like Hinata has a higher chance of actually dying in comparison to Sakura. And that's unfortunate, but yeah. Will Rock Lee be able to open 8 gate in future? even right now he actually has the ability to open 8 gate, but the question is against whom, against when, against how, because we have literally not seen Lee in I don't even remember when we saw Lee last in the manga, not the anime but in the manga. So they have to at least bring him in before they randomly just bring him and kill him in just one chapter. They have to build up to that particular thing. So yeah, what else is there? No Sakura will marry Kul. Shikamaru or Chojuro can also die. That I can agree. Yes, that I can agree. Chojuro as well as Shikamaru. That's a good point of contention. Bhai मुझे please subscribe कर दो please. OP player Abhay. Okay, OP player Abhay, क्या करते हो तुम? Let me check your channel out for that matter. Please don't spam, guys. Please don't spam. Please subscribe वाला spam मत करो. Please don't do that. Guys, do check him out after the stream. Fine. Bhavik says old Inoshikacho could die. I don't think the entirety of the Inoshikacho is going to die, for that matter. I don't think the entirety of them is going to die, but let's see what happens. Where is Sasuke now? What is he doing? He should train Kawaki and Team 7. He will eventually train, I'm pretty sure about it. I think most of he's kind of having his own stuff to deal with in a way. So yeah, I guess the only one not dying is Orochimaru, Ramen Guy. Orochimaru, Ramen Guy as well as Yamato. The three of these characters for sure. Drip Uzumaki says okay. I don't think any main characters will die because Boruto is not a dark show. At least as of now it's not a dark show, but according to the rumors or predictions, it's going to get very dark very soon, so we never know. But I do believe that the character who has already quote unquote died in the series will come back. That is Kurama. I definitely believe that Kurama is going to come back in the future of the series. Sumire shouldn't die. Yeah, I don't think Sumire will actually be a person to die. Metal Lee ki mom kaun hai? That's a mystery bigger than Area 51 in itself. Who is the mystery mother of Metal Lee? I find it really lame how the manga never addresses it, or the series never even addresses it. In the older Naruto days, it would have been fine. Like we never knew who is the parents of Lee, or who are the parents of some of the other characters for that matter. But now in this current era, which is literally the next generation, we ought to know about the relationships of the older characters whom we have been following for such a long time. Initially, I wanted to believe that maybe Metal Lee was a child whom Rock Lee had adopted, but after seeing their mannerisms and everything, I don't really think that is the case. I think he's his own child. It might be the case that his mother just died, but I don't think that is actually the truth here. Technical Guruji mat bantre likes. Alright. Boruto not only has Sasuke's headband, he has Sasuke's cloak sword. Yeah, that's true. That is one of the major reasons why even before Boruto series started, everyone was like, okay, Sasuke is going to die because Boruto is wearing his garb, basically. Ramen Guy Tenrishi is already dead though. Is he dead? I don't remember. His daughter is obviously operating Ichiraku Ramen currently, but I don't really remember him actually being dead. Was that actually the case? I don't think so. Is he in the Boruto era? Yeah, he's not dead. He's of course not dead. He's a part of the newer generation. It will be dark. Wow, a show Moshki and Roshiki have hinted it. Yeah, that's true. Top 10 answers, science can't answer. That is absolutely correct. Top 10 questions, science can't answer. I think Kaguya is mother of... Imagine Rock Lee, our boy, is going up to Kaguya. Dude, you guys are so hilarious. Oh, dude. I hope Sasuke and the other OG characters don't die cheaply. That's true. You do have a point. Absolutely, absolutely. I don't want this to be yet another AOT situation. Just Ame said her father Ramen guy passed away in the anime. I really don't remember that actually happening. Ayame is obviously there in the anime. They expanded their restaurant. They expanded it and whatnot. But which chapter, which episode? Remind me which episode. I'm really forgetting it. When did she die? When did he die? I really don't remember it. Just, if possible, do let me know the episode number. I'll go back to it. I really can't remember it. Will Senju clan be introduced in future? I mean, Senju clan is still alive in the form of Tsunade, but not anyone else for that matter. Ayame is there in the... Yeah, true. Rock Lee marrying Kaguya is the same as Asa asking Sister Lily out. Sister Lily. Yeah, true. Rest in peace, Miura. Rest in peace, absolutely, man. It was such a shock to hear the news today that the creator of Berserk actually died, and even that it's not actually a new news. It happened back on 6th of May, and we got the confirmation to it today. So yeah, that's a very, very sad news. Yeah, I guess that's it. Do you guys have any other questions, any other super chats which you want to give, any channel memberships, anything for that matter? If you want to give anything which you do to support the channel, it would be really awesome. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. What if Sasuke won't die, and what if he'll be brought back at the brink of death? Possible. I mean, why not? Absolutely possible. Currently Sasuke is yeah, one last fun before mission. What will happen to Berserk? Unlikely. I mean, I don't really know, because okay, personally I have not really caught up with Berserk right now. It's just happened a couple of days back when I started reading Berserk. I really enjoyed it, but from what I've heard from other people who have really caught up with the series, it is apparently not going to end properly, but there's a chance that maybe the manuscript and the potential ending has been saved up by Miura, and it will be used by someone, maybe a talented writer or artist will be hired to finish it. Should I watch High School or Hunter x Hunter first? Should I watch High School of the Dead? Okay, Hunter x Hunter for sure. Hunter x Hunter. Sasuke is making... Maybe the clan has to go. The clan has to proceed forward. So yeah, for sure. Death Note is shonen, but yeah, true. Can you tell us where all character statues? Can you tell us which all characters have the statues in Japan? I mean, I don't remember each and every one of them for sure. Like there's Kochikame, there's statues for Ryotsu, there's statues for One Piece, there's statues for Naruto as well, Detective Conan and all these characters. So yeah, that's fine. Iwabe is the main hero, guys. Boruto and Kawaki will die as they overshadow him, as they are overshadowing. Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool one. Anything else? Otherwise, I'm gonna finish this stream. I was seeing High School High School DxD. Sorry. Of course. Then that's a difficult one. Because I really enjoy High School DxD as well. So if you want Ichi stuff, go for High School DxD. If you want proper shonen, proper adventures, then go for Hunter x Hunter for sure. I literally thought Iwabe was Kawaki when I got into Boruto. Everyone, that was the biggest theory videos initially for the Boruto series, that Iwabe is Kawaki. Easy High School DxD. Hyodo is set for the win. Juggernaut drive. Yep. Do you think AOD will continue? Not immediately, but 5 to 10 years down the line, I am seeing eventual sequel happening for sure. Sada become evil or not? No, Sada will not become evil. Why would she? Loving Bleach. Finished 60 episodes. There's some very good arcs. Obviously, there's some very good arcs for there, of course. I'm about to start Fate series, by the way, very soon. I'm wondering if you guys would be interested if I do a live stream, live reaction for it on Twitch. I've not started streaming on Twitch yet, so I guess that would be a good way to begin things. If anyone is interested in the Fate series, let me know in the comment section below. I'm going to start it soon. And for that matter, for any updates in relation to the channel, please do follow our Discord server. The link is in the description below. You can also check out our merch store, as you can see here. Hold on, let me share the link to you all. Where's the link? Yeah, so this is the link to our merch. This is our chill merch. You can check it out here. Have you watched Your Lie in April? Yes, of course I have watched it. You still didn't show us your anime list. I have not made it yet. I am obviously going to make it in a separate live stream, so be on the lookout for that, and I'm definitely gonna do it pretty soon. And obviously I'm going to inform you all as well about it, so no worries about it. Sardab is going to be blind in the future. Sardab is? I don't know what you're talking about. Sakura will be, and she will be evil. No, I don't think so. I started Gintama, but I'm not liking it much. Should I continue? I definitely would suggest you to continue. Gintama is pretty good, pretty cool. You still didn't show us your animes, because I have not made it yet, Aditya. I have not made it yet. I'm going to make it very soon. I'm going to do it in a literal live stream with you guys, so just be on the lookout for that. It's going to come out very soon. And also, guys, since I'm ending this stream pretty soon, so just let me know if you all care, if you all want to ask me any other questions, if you all want to have any super chats, anything would be really appreciated for the channel as well. Any super chat, any channel membership, that would be really awesome. Do you play games? Yes, I do play games. Not a lot. What is happening to my hair? Sorry. It's a real mess. I'm not wearing my pant today, so yeah, it's a real mess. Sada is going to be blind in the future, possibly because of the lack of Eternal Mangekyou Sharingan unless someone dies. So yeah, that's true. Bro, please share Fate series correct order. From what I learned, you can either start with the first one, that is Fate Stay Night, which came out in 2006, or the other way is to start with Fate Zero, which came out in 2011. Either of them are good to go. Each of them have their own pros and cons. I'm going to start chronologically. I'm going to start with Fate Stay Night. I'm going to start it pretty soon. Do you know Uni Kshitij? I've heard of him. I've not maybe collaborated or watched much of his videos, but I have heard of him for sure. How to watch Fate currently? So it's a mess. From what I learned yesterday, there are two ways to basically start Fate. First one is either go chronologically, that is Fate Stay Night, or the second one is go with the 2011 one, that is Fate Zero first, and then move forward with the other ones. Which types of games? On a regular basis I play Dragon Ball Legends, the mobile game, but on the other hand I generally enjoy open world gameplays like GTA, Just Cause 2 and all these games. Max Payne is also pretty a game which I really enjoy, the entire Max Payne series. And other than that, one of my favorite gaming series of all time is the Half-Life series. Really love it a lot. So yeah, that's a thing. When will Jogan be introduced in the manga? I guess pretty soon. Have you watched Snafu? Yes, I finished it last year. Oregairu is really awesome. Really enjoyed it. But Shin novels, not so much, unfortunately. Not so much. Also, guys, we are currently on the road to 7K. Currently, we are at 6,758 subscribers. So, a little more subscribers would be really awesome. Please do share the videos. Like the videos, share the videos to your friends, ask them to subscribe, ask them to watch. That would be really awesome. Try Valorant once. Yes, I've played Valorant when it came out last year, but since my laptop is not very powerful, I'm just a little hesitant upon that. So that's the overall thing. Dragon Ball really had an amazing fight. Dragon Ball really had amazing fights. I mean, yeah, those are obviously shonen, so for sure. Good night, bro. Good night. Any other questions, guys? Any super chats? Any memberships? Any questions? Anything whatsoever? Just ask me, and then we shall end the stream. It's almost 10:30, so yeah. I think Sada will get Mangekyo Sharingan. Mangekyo Sharingan for sure she's getting, but what's after that? That is the major question. Don't watch Redo of Fila. I've already watched it, dude. I've already watched it. I know why you're saying that, so I know. Case, what did you say? I don't know Japanese or Chinese for that matter directly. What is the meaning of this? Little fox. No, what is this thing called? Wait, translate. This is called hello there. Okay, hello there, KS. Thank you so much for joining in. How Sada will unlock Mangekyo through a traumatic event. Some kind of a traumatic event which will be in relation to maybe Konoha getting attacked, some loved one getting attacked, almost killed. That kind of a trauma is going to trigger into the unlocking of the Mangekyo Sharingan. Sada is already a very sensitive child, so she's not going to have any trouble whatsoever unlocking the Mangekyo Sharingan. The only thing which is very interesting to see here or note that is what is going to be her true power beyond the Mangekyo Sharingan. Is she going to inherit some of the powers of her uncle, or whatever happens, that is the case here. I see you're a man of culture. Yes, I am a man of culture. What did you think otherwise? Did you think otherwise? That's so lame. Why did you think otherwise? But overall, let's finish this video by having an analysis of this chapter. This was not a bad one. This is a pretty alright chapter. These slower build-up chapters are necessary as they are building blocks for the eventual time skips and major chapters in a way, but since this is a monthly series, we are kind of disappointed with it, so it's alright. These are some of the breather chapters which are kind of necessary. I heard Naruto plus Boruto will have 100 manga volumes, then it will be done. Maybe, I mean, why not? I wish Izanagi and Izanami were not introduced in Naruto, for planness sake. But again, it's a pretty interesting concept of Japanese mythology, so that's why it was kind of introduced. Sada's outfit is terrible. In the manga, her outfit is terrible. I just said that in the starting of this video as well. What happened to Obito lab? We have so many Sharingans there. I mean, that's also a question. I think it might have been either destroyed or taken up by Orochimaru or something like that, I guess. I don't really am 100% sure as to what happened there. Or maybe during the fight against who was that? Whose fight was that? Yahiko. No, not Yahiko. I forgot the name. I guess during the fights against Obito, the labs were maybe destroyed in a way. For the most part, OG Naruto, but for the spectacle, Shippuden. Shippuden had much bigger plot holes, but as a spectacle, Shippuden was bigger, but as a cohesive narrative storyline, OG Naruto is of course better. And this is not even coming from any kind of nostalgia, because I, as a kid, had not watched Naruto. I only watched Naruto or started Naruto in the year 2019, so that's the thing. I guess this is it for today, guys. There are only about 10-14 people watching the stream, not a lot of people. So any last questions, any last super chats? Otherwise, I'm going to finish the stream. This was a really good stream, so each and every one of you, thank you so much for joining in. I guess this is it. So alright, no more questions. See you all on the next one. Have a good one. Thank you so much for joining in. Bye bye. Where is the ending one?